Yo, what's going on? 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 Good morning, USA. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back into the live stream. I appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate it. It's a wonderful Sunday. Thank you guys all for stopping by today. We're going to have a good one today. And then we'll be live next Sunday as well. Now, the question is, how many people show up to a week 18 live stream? I have no idea. I assume most of you guys, your championship is this week, but there are going to be a few of you guys that need help next week. So I will try to make at least some content to help you guys out. All you week 7 or week 18 folks. Now I will tell you next year, make sure that you tell your commissioner, or if you are the commissioner, that hey, week 17 has to be the championship. Playing in week 18 is crazy because in week 18, like certain players won't even start. Some players will play half the game. Some players will start the game and then you'll never see them again and you don't know why and you're really confused. And that's because random things happen in week 18. Random things happen every week, but it's even worse in week 18. So make sure that if you are the commissioner of your league to change that. So let's get into the questions here. Let's get into it. Thank you, Ali, instantly. Before the stream even started, he super chatted. So I appreciate that, Ali. Thank you very much. All right. So let's get into this question here. Hey, Nick. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. Choose 3 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Oh, choose 3. His running back 2. I read that wrong. His running back 2, his wide receiver 2, and his flex. Championship game. Zeke, Zamir, Brian Robinson, DJ Moore, Pittman, Gabe Davis. Great question. This is a difficult question. Now, realistically, I know that I like 4 guys here. There are 4 guys that realistically should be in my opinion, basically every single person's lineup, right? These are guys that are basically stone cold locks in 99.999% of teams. You need to be playing these guys. That is Zamir White, DJ, Pittman, and Zeke. Those are 4 guys that on most teams, assuming you're not loaded at running back or receiver like Ali is, that you would want, or Ali, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, that you want on every single team, right? So in this scenario, I'm definitely going Zamir White over Zeke. I like Zamir White a lot more than Zeke. Zamir White has shown off a lot. He rushed for, I believe, over 100 yards last week. Now, he didn't score a touchdown against the Chiefs, and that was ultimately his demise, but I'm not going to sit here and nitpick, oh my God, he didn't get a touchdown, right? He still had a great game. So then the question is, so Zamir White's the running back too. The wide receiver 2 is going to be Pittman. And then we enter, Michael Pittman's playing, right? Michael Pittman. So I don't want to say something that like magically he's out, right? Michael Pittman expected to play. Okay. So that's between Zeke and DJ Moore. And in that scenario, I'm leaning with DJ Moore. I just like having the receiver more. I like the matchup for the Bears. And I feel as though DJ Moore, I understand that he shit the bed last week, right? I get DJ Moore had a bad game last week, but I think DJ Moore is going to have a much better performance this week. So we are going to go Zamir White, DJ Moore, and Michael Pittman Jr. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. So again, Zamir White, DJ Moore, Michael Pittman. Thank you for the super chat. Oh yeah, dude, that's tough. The injury bug hit us crazy this week. We got hit with the 619 Rey Mysterio last night by injuries. I don't understand how that always happens. Like every single week, there's always just a bunch of injuries. Like Mostert, as a Dolphins fan, every single press conference I listened to, Mostert was playing. There was not even an ounce of doubt in anything. Like normally you can kind of tell if the coach is like a little bit nervous or something. Mike McDaniel normally shoots it pretty straight. I was shocked last night when I heard that Mostert wasn't playing. Now, I don't think that'll be the reason why the Dolphins lose. I think the reason why the Dolphins will lose is because they don't execute correctly. I think it will have nothing to do. Obviously, losing Waddle, losing Mostert sucks. But again, I'm not some fucking complain guy. I think as a Dolphins fan, I think we could still beat them without these guys. And we need to show up and do that because if we can beat them without 2 of our best players, right? 2 out of 3 best skill position players are not playing. So you got to win that game. All right. Jaden Reed, Connor Chandler at my flex, full PPR. I'm someone that cannot quit Jaden Reed. I'm someone that feels as though Jaden Reed is basically a must start every single week. I think that Jaden Reed next season will be interesting for Jaden Reed because I don't know how people are going to want to compare him to Christian Watson. Because I think push comes to shove, I think Christian Watson's a better receiver than Jaden Reed. I do. I really do. But I think next year, with how much Christian Watson continues to get hurt, how Christian Watson's really like a touchdown merchant, like he needs the touchdown, I think people are going to draft Jaden Reed over Christian Watson. And again, while I think Christian Watson's better, that might be something that I'm banging the drum for come May, right? Because I really like Jaden Reed. I really like Christian Watson, but Jaden Reed is expected to play. So I'm going Jaden Reed. I like Jaden Reed a ton. I'm still not on the James Conner bandwagon. I love James Conner. I was on the James Conner bandwagon in the offseason. I just don't like the matchup really at all for him. And I know he's probably going to end up smashing, right? He'll probably end up scoring like 30 fucking fantasy points. I'm going to look like a dumbass, but I'm going to go with Jaden Reed, who I just trust um, way more. I trust Jaden Reed to the grave. So we're going Jaden Reed over Connor and Chandler at the flex. Next question here from Pico says Likely or Goddard. See, this is one of those tough questions. And the reason why this is a tough question is because I know that I think Goddard outscored Likely last week, but to me, Goddard is not necessarily fool's gold because he's a very talented tight end, but the team just doesn't always lock into him, right? This is a team that has fucking AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. They have Jalen Hurts who can run the ball. They have DeAndre Swift. So it leads to a lot of the time while Dallas Goedert on a lot of other teams would be feasting in a lot of these scenarios, he's kind of left with his thumb up his ass, not doing too much. Now, again, am I saying that you have to sit Dallas Goedert? No, I'm not saying that by any means. I like Dallas Goedert a ton. I drafted him on some of my teams, and while he didn't play the best this year, I still think he's a talented player. And I think any given Sunday he could rip off. He can rip off 25 plus points and be the reason why you win. But at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, when you have to actually put your lineup in there, I'm playing Likely. Now, Likely was a guy that a couple weeks ago I didn't like, and then he ripped off 2 solid games. He's playing against the Dolphins, and the Dolphins defense sucks terrible. They are absolutely atrocious against the tight end. I have been a Dolphins fan my whole life. We have gotten new defensive coordinators. We've changed everything. The Dolphins, for virtually as long as I can remember, cannot stop the tight end, and that is still the case in 2023. You remember Dallas Goedert against the Dolphins. A lot of these tight ends, except for Travis Kelce, who the Dolphins just bracketed, go crazy against the Dolphins. Likely is a huge target for Lamar. Now, the red zone's a little bit congested because they have Gus Edwards there. But again, when push comes to shove, I'm going Likely. I trust Likely significantly more than Goddard. Trojan, thank you for the super chat. Full PPR, one flex, James Cook. And again, guys, if you didn't super chat, which is okay, you don't have to super chat, I will answer all of the normal questions as well. But the super chats come first. I hope everyone understands that. That's how it's always been. What's up, Ron? That's how it's always going to be. That's just, it's if someone's willing to spend their hard-earned money to send me $2, $5, $10, people have sent me hundreds of dollars, make sure that you like the stream or make sure that I answer those people. My brain went into like fucking normal mode. Make sure you hit the like button. That's not what I meant to say. So I always make sure to answer those questions. All right. One flex. James Cook, JT, Rice, Evans. Happy New Year. Trojan, what kind of a fucking question is this, man? What kind of a question is this? This is like the hardest question ever. These are 4 guys that are must starts. Gun to the head, I'm going Mike Evans. Mike Evans is the safest out of that group. I guess actually Rashee Rice might be a little bit safer, but with how the Chiefs have been playing, he's not as safe as maybe he was a couple weeks ago. I'm going Mike Evans. I like this matchup for Mike Evans. I think that Mike Evans is a very reliable player. Baker Mayfield has been force feeding the ball. I think if the Buccaneers play the Cowboys in the first round, the Cowboys might get a shellac there, especially if it's in Tampa, which it would be. So Dallas does not Again, I'm not trying to shit on the Cowboys. I was rooting for them last night, and the refs saved them. But I'm going Mike Evans. I like the Bucks offense a lot. I like Baker Mayfield a lot, and Mike Evans has been very reliable this season. Sleep deprived animator, my man. Thank you for the super chat. Half PPR: Allen, Puka, Nakua, Nico, Kyron, James Cook, Kelsey, Pacheco, Philly defense. Bench: Flowers, Jada Reed, Chase, LAR. Okay. Any changes? Any changes? So Philadelphia defense versus the Rams defense is a debate. That is a debate because the Rams matchup is really, really good, in my opinion. Let me sit up straight because I fucking slouching over like some asshole. Um, yeah, but the Eagles are playing the Cardinals, and they did just switch defensive play calling, and it's worked a lot better. So I'm going with the Eagles defense, and then it's like Puka, Nico, like, oh man, my fucking mouse is gone. I had to cough. Sorry about that. Okay. So the real debate here is between Nico, Jaden Reed, and Jamar Chase. I think if Jamar Chase plays, you want to play him. But the problem is he doesn't play until 4:25. So makes it even tougher. Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, hopeful he plays. Questionable. Likely to play. Likely to play. Fuck, are you going to sit Jamar Chase? Problem is your team is so loaded. I don't even know. Like I would bench. So what I'm doing is I'm going Allen, Puka. Oh. Oh my god, this is so rough. You got to play Nico. Sorry that this is taking so long. I think you got it correct, but I want to play Jamar Chase, so I guess switch Pacheco and James Cook and play Jamar Chase. So you're gonna go Allen, Puka, Nico, Kyron, Pacheco, Kelsey, Jamar Chase. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And we're hoping Jamar Chase plays. Now, if there's any ounce of doubt in your mind that Jamar Chase is not playing, then do not play Jamar Chase. But I think he will play. So we're switching. We're taking James Cook out, putting Pacheco as the RB2, and flexing Jamar Chase. Best of luck. Wesley, championship game. Running backs Gibbs played. Good. Actually, did Gibbs have a good game? No, he didn't have a good game, right? Monty had a good game. Sorry. So I said good for no reason. He had 5 points. Gibbs played. So you got Kyron. That's good because Kyron's going to have a good game. St. Brown played. He had a good game. So that's good. You got Pittman. Your flex is A-Chain. Your defense is the Broncos. Your bench is Bijan, Nico Collins, Nakua, Bucks, Ravens D. Thanks for getting me this far in the season. Okay. I appreciate that, Wesley. So let's see if we're going to make any changes here. See, this is another team where I've talked to Wesley a couple of times because Wesley is holding up the fish, and I always make a joke, oh, it's a nice fucking fish you got there, pal. But this is tough, not because the choices are bad, right? Like sometimes the question's tough because like, oh, would you start this garbage receiver versus this garbage running back or this tight end that's okay, right? Those are tough questions. This is a tough question because on your bench, you have Bijan, Nico Collins, and Nakua. A-Chain, to me, is close to must start, but A-Chain has not been himself ever since he fucked up his foot. So what I'm going to tell you, and sorry for cursing a bunch, I don't know why. I know you guys don't care, but I'll try not to curse as much because on live streams, they'll hit you with the yellow check mark instead of the green one. And the yellow one means like they take some of the ads off. And obviously I want the ad money. So I can throw up the money sign, Johnny Manziel. So I can't, I just cursed again. Can't be cursing as much. So I'm taking A-Chain out and playing Nakua. I'm taking A-Chain out and I'm playing Nakua. I don't know. This is, again, I don't know. This is just a tough scenario because you also have Nico and you have Bijan. And again, these are all guys you want in your lineup. But I'm taking A-Chain out and playing Nakua unless, again, Wesley, unless you really feel some type of a way about playing A-Chain. Because I think A-Chain could have a huge game. I'm just not going to hinge on that against the Ravens. realistically, the Dolphins should just run a million times. Ravens defense, not good against the run. They're not going to do that. I'm a Dolphins fan. I know what they do. They're going to tickle your balls, run a little early, never run again. They always do that. So I'm going to go in big games. They always do that. So I'm going to go and take A Chain out and play Nakua. The rest of your line looks good. Jay, half PPR up 22 points, 2-week ship round. Had Gibbs and New York Jets defense. He had Lamb. Oh, shit. Your back's against the wall. You need a running back, 2 receivers, and a flex. JT, Bijan, Puka, Evans, Puka, Reed. This is another tough one. You guys are all really good at drafting, apparently, because these teams are loaded. So we're going, thanks to me, of course. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. So we're going, we got to stop dilly-dallying here. We need to just answer these questions. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking out loud. We're going to go Jaden Reed. Lock him in. That's a lie. We can't lock Jaden Reed in. Mike Evans, lock him in. Okay, I'm just going to type this one in for Jay. So we're going Puka. I love Puka this week. Love Evans. Can't sit either of them. I love Evans this week. Evans must start. Puka must start. Then you need a running back. I'm going JT. JT versus Bijan is essentially, I just trust the Colts to give the ball to Jonathan Taylor 15 plus times. I do not trust the Falcons to give the ball 15 plus times to Bijan. They could easily give the ball 15 plus times to Bijan, but it feels like a lot of times they just don't want to. Arthur Smith's a bit of an idiot. I just trust JT a little bit more. And then at the flex, the question would be Bijan or Reed. I'm going Reed. Again, I like Bijan, but I just feel a lot better with Reed. So Puka, Evans, JT, and Reed. There we go. Mateo, need 2. And we're going to go a little bit faster because I know we're a little bit behind. And I got to put my actual fantasy lineup in. So I got to do that as well. All right. Chandler, Herbert, Warren, Shaheed. Great question. We are going to go Chandler, and we are going to go Herbert. Now, I don't trust Herbert for as far as I could throw him. So realistically, if you want the safest answer possible, you should be playing shit. What did I say? Damn, I cut Khalil Herbert off my fantasy team a couple weeks ago. I think someone picked him up because I was trying to pick him up because my running back right now is Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson is my RB2. You hate to see it. That's okay. I'm going to have to play Jeff Wilson. So the reason why you like Khalil Herbert ran really well last week without Foreman. It seems like the team wants to give him the reins of the backfield without Foreman. And that makes perfect sense. So they're going to give it a bunch to Herbert. So we like Herbert. I don't like Warren because I feel as though the Steelers just don't want to give him as many touches as he deserves. So we're sitting Warren. Shaheed's too risky. Chandler and Herbert is the clear answer there. Zach, thanks for the super chat. Pacheco or Barkley. This is one of those that you could sit here and ask me this question 5 times, and I'll give you a different answer every single time. Because it's essentially like splitting hairs, right? I trust Pacheco more than I trust Barkley due to the matchup and due to the fact that the Giants' offense is so up and down every single week. But again, when you got to put the gun to the head, you have to actually make the decision. My decision would be to lean with Isaiah Pacheco because I just trust him a little bit more. Pull Kenneth Walker because of the injury and play A-Chain. Now, Kenneth Walker actually, Shivani, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. So the thing with Kenneth Walker is that Kenneth Walker has been dealing with a shoulder, but he's also been sick. And every single thing that I read tells us that the shoulder hasn't really been hampering him too much. It's just that he's a little sick, So I think I would go ahead and go with playing Kenneth Walker because I think he's healthy. He was just dealing with the sickness, and he's going to be fully healthy and getting the correct amount of carries. So I'm going Kenneth Walker. Mohammed, thank you for the super chat. All right, let's find Mohammed's question. Let's try and find Mohammed's question. Every time someone has the name Mohammed, I had a couple friends, and my friend Mo and a friend Muhammad in high school. And every time I would say his name, I always thought of Superbad. Why the fuck would it be between McLovin and Muhammad? That shit is so funny. Not making fun of you though, Muhammad. I appreciate you. Muhammad's question was Chalk, Chark, Slayton, or Dortch? That's a good question. Let's make sure that was the question you asked. Okay, should I start Dortch, Chark, or Slayton? For me, I'm going to Muhammad. I'm taking the shot Stephen Curry from the moon. Right, this is a moon shot. Chark is very risky. Slayton is very risky. I'm going to go with Dortch. The Cardinals don't have any receivers that are healthy. They have to throw the ball to someone, and that person will end up being Greg Dortch. So I think out of everyone, out of all of those receivers, Dortch is most likely to have the big game. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Greg Dortch personally. So Greg Dortch is your answer. DJ Moore, Devontae Smith. David, that's another tough one, but we're going to go ahead and go with DJ Moore. I think both of these guys should have good games. DJ Moore got hurt last week, missed part of the game. Really messed with his point total. That was a game where I think DJ Moore probably scores 15 plus points. He ends up with, I think, 5 points, somewhere in that range. Had him on my team. He sold me up the river, but it is what it is. I think DJ Moore has a bounce back game this week. I think the Bears offensively have been playing quite well. I think Justin Fields looks good. Now, who knows if they're going to go with Justin Fields next year or draft a new quarterback. Probably not them drafting a new quarterback, but I think DJ Moore is the clear answer there. And then again, Mohammed, you super chat twice, so I appreciate you. I would go ahead and play Dortch again because I think Dortch will be the number one weapon besides Greg Dulcich in Arizona. Zach, thank you again for the super chat. Addison, Judy, Robinson, Dortch. Look, I am not. Oh yeah, it's because Kyle. Kyle, that's a funny comment. I'll pull it on the screen because when I was sick, I was drinking a lot of Gatorade. So like you can see like the red one's like half drank, the blue one over there is half drank, and then my dad I asked my dad, hey, can you pick me up some Gatorade? And I wanted a red one, like a fruit punch, and the bastard got me that one over there. Hard to because like it's reversed, so it's hard to move your hand when it's like reversed. But strawberry. Who the hell drinks strawberry Gatorade? What an idiot! And I only say that because he's watching. Addison, Judy, Dortch, Robinson. I don't trust Judy at all. Don't trust Judy worth shit. I don't trust Addison with their other quarterback, Jaron Hall. So I'm going to go with DeMarcus Robinson, who scored a touchdown in 4 straight games. I'm just going to trust him. Mountain Man, take me by the hand. I know, Social Man. A couple of them for you. Championship round. Let's eat this W this week, Mr. Mountain Man. Full PPR. Eckler, White, Chandler, Collins, Moore, Murray or Stroud, Everett Kraft. Simple Jack. Zamir White, lock him in. DJ Moore, lock him in. That was very easy. I think Zamir White's a must start. I think DJ Moore's a must start. Nico Collins is also a must start, but I like Zamir White more than Nico Collins. And then, hold up. Hold the fucking phone. Since it's Murray or Stroud, we're retracting what we just said. DJ Moore, Nico Collins, lock him in because you want the stack. You're going Nico Collins, DJ Moore, Stroud for the Stroud 1-2 punch. Nico Collins, Stroud, and then Everett or Kraft. I would go with Tucker, Kraft, mac and cheese. So Kraft over Everett. They're both basically low volume tight ends. It's just Kraft when he gets the ball, he'll look to hurdle, he'll look to stiff arm, he'll look to juke you into the next century. Whereas Everett catches the ball, makes a business decision, gets you like 7 yards. Anyone who's ever watched Gerald Everett this year, the last couple of years, knows exactly what I'm talking about. If you've watched Kraft this year, you also know exactly what I'm talking about. Kraft tries to make the best out of nothing. I'm starting Kraft. I'm going Stroud over Murray. That's a no-brainer. And then I'm packaging Stroud with Collins, and then DJ Moore's the addition. The remix to Ignition. Looks like snow at both the Bills and the Bears game. I pray to the Lord, Kyle, the fantasy gods. What's up, Ron? That the Bills, Kyle. We need a Bills L, a Patriots W, and that'll be a nice Happy New Year's. And then obviously we got to win today. Addison Shaheed. Oh Jesus. Oh jeez. Roxford. This is a tough one, man. I always appreciate your super chats. Your dog looks kind of similar to my fiance's dog. Very cute dog. All right, Addison, Shaheed, Johnson. I think you're going Addison. Again, I don't trust the other guys at all. Like I don't trust Jaron Hall, but I'd rather just go with the guy. Like Shaheed is so boom or bust. And again, even though the Saints don't have a lot of receivers, like Derek Carr isn't good, so I don't trust Shaheed. Like at all. At all. So I'm going Addison. And then Jeff Wilson Jr. or Gus. That's a no-brainer. Gus for me. I know Gus barely gets any carries, but he scores every game. The Dolphins will let him in at least once. So it's gonna be Gus and Addison for me. Corey is in the house. PPR, one quarterback, one receiver, one running back, and a flex. Stroud, Stafford, Fields. Oh, fuck. That's a tough one. That is a tough one because I like all of those guys. Stroud, Stafford, or Fields? Stroud, Stafford, or Fields? I'm going to have to go Stafford. Then Diggs, Nico, DJ Moore, Higgins. You need a receiver. I'm going DJ Moore. You need a running back. We're going Zamir. All right, I'm just writing this one down. We're going Stafford, DJ Moore. So this is easy. Stafford, DJ Moore. Then we're going to go Higgins. And then we're going to go Zamir. So Stafford, DJ Moore is your receiver. Your flex is Higgins, and your running back is Zamir. Ron, I would go with Stroud personally. Skip to Malu. Aaron Jones or Kenneth Walker in the championship. That's a tough one. That's another tough one because I like both players this week. Aaron Jones looked really good last week, just didn't score. The Vikings defense is a really tough matchup, though, which gives me a little bit more reservations. Now, Kenneth Walker also has a tough matchup, which gives me more reservations. But I think a healthy Kenneth Walker at this point is better than a healthy Aaron Jones. I think Kenneth Walker has top 5 upside. I don't think Aaron Jones is going to be top 5 against the Vikings. I don't think Aaron Jones will be top 5 against the Vikings. So when push comes to shove, we're going Kenneth Walker. Non-PPR, what's up, Zach? You also got a fish. Very nice looking fish there. Likely or McBride and Adams or Reed. McBride, 100% Zach, non-PPR. McBride, even though McBride is like a catch merchant, right? He gets like 1 million catches every game. He can still get over 100 yards in any given game, multiple touchdowns in any given game. He is essentially the Arizona Cardinals offense. So I would 100% have to play McBride. And then Adams or Reed, I'm playing Reed. I love Adams, but I just trust Reed wildly more. Davis, thank you for the super chat. Oh, I said it right the first time. Okay. Sorry. Full PPR, pick one, flex. Addison, Barkley, or Chandler. One tight end, Kincaid or Akankuwu or Otten. Philly or Houston. Okay. David, thank you for the super chat. This one's easy. Barkley by far at running back. I like Ty Chandler, but again, I definitely don't think I would be playing any of these other guys. Like I think you're getting cute if you're playing Ty Chandler over Barkley in this important of a week, right? You're getting real cute for that. So you got to go Barkley. Tight end, I'm going Kincaid, even though Kincaid's been pretty shit recently. I don't really trust Otten or Chig. And then Philly or Houston, it's Philly by a mile. Nick, thank you for the super chat. One running back and a flex. I love you too. A-Chain, Bijan, Flowers. Oh, fuck. It's another tough one. I think I'm going double running back. I don't love Zay Flowers this week because I think realistically, Zay Flowers is the Dolphins' biggest threat that they need to contain in this game. And if I am Vic Fangio, Ramsey is sticking on Flowers like glue. Ooh, stuck like glue. So I think that is what should happen. And I'm going to fix my camera in a second. Sorry, I had a cough. I think that he will be stuck on him like glue. I think realistically, we are going to see Flowers get blanketed. So it is what it is. Not it is what it is. So I think that we are not going to play Flowers. I think playing Flowers would be getting a little cute in this scenario. Question is though, Bijan versus Flowers. So you're definitely playing A Chain. I think I'm just gonna go Bijan because I trust Bijan a little bit more. So we're going A Chain and Bijan. Love you a long time, Nick. Tyler, thank you for the super chat, my man. Kamara, Cook, Collins, Pacheco. Pick 2. That's a tough one. Let's go Kamara. Let's go Pacheco. Pacheco. Oh, man. I guess you're going to be stuck benching Collins and Cook, who I want to play both of. So you're going Kamara. Oh, I don't think you can bench Cook, though, for Pacheco. I'm going Kamara and Cook. This is a really tough one, though, Tyler. Kamara and Cook for me. Jay, flex 1. Douglas, Wilson, Dobbs, Deontay Johnson. Defense can stream Falcons, Raiders, or Chargers. I'm going with the Raiders defense. And then I'd go Deontay Johnson, even though Deontay Johnson's a little bit risky. I don't want to play Douglas. I don't really want to play Wilson or Dotton. Knowing that Reed's playing, I don't really want to play Dobbs. So I would go Deontay Johnson out of that group, and I'm going with the Raiders defense. Standard 10 team for the championship. Dak, ETN, Hall, Puka, Cup, McBride. 4 flexes. Monty, Gibbs, Rice, Samir White. Swap in A-Chain with Mostert out. Okay, the question is, can you swap in A-Chain over ETN, Hall, Rice, or Zamir? I don't think you can. I mean, you already played. So what I would have told you would have actually might have been bad advice because I would have told you to play A-Chain over Monty, and Monty had a decent game. But obviously, Monty and Gibbs already played, so you can't move them. You can't bench ETN or Hall, in my opinion. And I don't think you can bench Zamir White or Rice. So I think you're kind of stuck, iced out of A-Chain. Now, Pooh Alter, what I will tell you is if you feel as though right now your back is fully against the wall, if you feel as though you maybe your opponent, if your opponent had like CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown, what I would do is take the most risk possible, and that would be benching ETN and playing A-Chain. But if you feel as though just because Gibbs kind of shit the bed and Monty had a decent game, if you feel as though you could still win, I would not make any changes. If you don't feel like your back is fully against the wall, if you feel like you can still win your game, don't get cute and just stick with who you got. That would be my opinion on it. I got Walker and Gus at running back. Rice and St. Brown played at wide receiver with Smith in my flex and HM my bench. A-Chains, thank you so much. If I do, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, man. All right. That's a good question. So you had St. Brown who had a good game, so that's good. You got Smith, who you got to play. So what I would do is I'm taking Gus Edwards out and playing A-Chain. Now, again, I don't want to sit here and sound like a Gus Edwards hater because I think that Gus Edwards will probably end up. Now, I got him ranked low because his floor is really low because he's a guy that isn't even guaranteed to get 10 touches in any given game. He's not a guy that catches a lot of balls. And if the Dolphins were to somehow get up, they're not going to be able to run as much. And I say somehow as if it's impossible, but you get what I mean. So I personally think that what I would do here is play A-Chain over Gus. Again, regardless of how much I like Gus, I think that Gus Edwards is not necessarily the answer here. I think that Gus Edwards should be on your bench because he's not as safe. I think A-Chain's way safer and A-Chain is way more upside. And you got to be hunting for upside here in this type of a game. Again, you don't really want to be taking the safest bets possible, in my opinion, in a championship game. Like playing a guy like Demario Douglas, those type of guys does really nothing for you. And again, that's not part of the question, but I'm going A-Chain over Gus 100%. 100%. PPR, Noah or DeMarcus Robinson, Texas or Atlanta. Let's check the defense rankings real quick. For the first question, though, Noah or Demarcus Robinson? I think I'm going to go with Demarcus Robinson because Demarcus Robinson has scored a touchdown in 4 straight games. Noah Brown's very boomer bust. So is Demarcus Robinson, but Demarcus Robinson's matchup, Chef's kiss, man of week. So I'm going to Marcus. Go to Marcus, and then Texans or Atlanta. I don't love Atlanta this week if I'm keeping it a buck. Going with the Texans against Tennessee. So we're going Texans, and we're going Demarcus Robinson. Mango Hapichen. So I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Would you play A-Chain over Zamir White or Devontae Adams? I would consider A-Chain over Adams, not over White. I'm probably going to go ahead and go with... Yeah, I'm going to go Zamir White and A-Chain. Again, I like Devontae Adams, but with Aiden O'Connell under center, you can't truly... I thought that Adams was kind of quarterback proof, but he's not necessarily because sometimes Aiden O'Connell just looks real out of sorts and does not perform very well at all. So I would go with Zamir White and A-Chain. Next question from Riley P. Riley's question was, let's see here. Riley said, first year, first ship. This channel has been a big help for me. Thank you. We'll be back next year. Awesome. Got Jacobs out. Zamir White or Connor? Zamir White, Riley. The reason why I like Zamir White more than Connor is because I trust Zamir White a lot more due to his matchup being pretty solid. And because, again, I don't think that James Conner is fool's gold by any means. He's had 3 or 4 straight good games, but I just trust Zamir White a little bit more in this matchup. I like Zamir White a ton. I think Zamir White will score this week. Zamir White had a very solid showing last week. I think he replicates it this week. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the guy that I trust the most, and that would be Zamir White. Big Board Zeus, thank you for the super chat. Big Board Zeus's question was, let's see here. I gotta get the chat to scroll down. My chat is from like an hour ago. So I haven't scrolled down. Z-E-U-S. Zeus's question was, start 2, Bijan, A-Chain, or Pacheco. This is another one that will put you in a torture chamber. I'm going Bijan and Pacheco. Bijan and Pacheco. That's a fucking rough question, but I'm going Bijan and Pacheco. That's a rough question because it's really hard to guess. And thank you, Brendan. Happy New Year to you as well. But yeah, I'm going Bijan and Pacheco. Nicodemus. I played Laporte yesterday. Very nice. 15 points. Should I flex Taylor, Pittman, or Kelsey? Swift and Rashad White are starting. St. Brown played. I have Jefferson in. Oh, fuck. It's crazy that this is even a question because not that you're asking, this is not a dumb question. This is like another one of those where this is like a loaded question where it's going to have my head spinning for hours. So let's go ahead and go with fuck you. I want to play Kittle, but at the same time, not Kittle. I want to play Kelsey, but at the same time, I don't think Kelsey's even the best answer there. Let's go with Pittman. I like Pittman the most. Pittman's been very reliable and healthy. It's definitely Pittman. It's close, but it's Pittman. Bill, Ridley or Eckler? PPR, also A-Chain over Zamir White, Connor, and Thielen for a flex. I would play A-Chain over Thielen and Connor, but not over White. So I'd rather have Zamir White as my flex over A-Chain, but I like A-Chain more than Connor and Thielen. And then Ridley or Eckler. It's another question that's going to put me inside of the metaphorical torture chamber. I would go with, I'm playing Eckler over Ridley. I don't trust either of them at all. But I have to think with all of the injuries that the Chargers have, they just have to involve Eckler more. No Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what Ridley's going to look like. At least I know what Easton Stick looks like, and he's okay. So Eckler, and then I like Zamir White over A-Chain, but A-Chain over Connor and Thielen. Thank you for the super chat. Vic, love Mayfield Tua 4-point touchdown. Another tough one. Another tough one. Love Mayfield Tua. Definitely not Tua, I'll tell you that much. I'd go Baker against New Orleans. Baker's been cooking. The Buccaneers offense looks good. So I'm going Mayfield. I'm going Baker Mayfield. Half PPR, flex one, Zamir White, Tay Adams, or DJ Moore. Another tough one. Let's go with, I'm going DJ Moore. Now, or am I going Zamir White? My gut says Zamir White, so I'm going to go Zamir White. I like both Zamir White as well as DJ Moore a shit ton this week, but I'm going to lean with the safety at running back over DJ Moore, but it's close. I like Zamir White. Michael H., thank you for the super chat. Demario Douglas or Robinson, the flex, Chiefs, Broncos, or Jags. Full PR, thanks for all the help this year. Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you as well. I hope that everyone in chat has a great New Year. Hope everyone had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, all the holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. All right. Chiefs, Broncos, or Jags? I think I'd go with the Chiefs out of that grouping. And then I would probably go with I'd have to go Demarcus Robinson. I don't really, again, I think playing a guy like Demario Douglas and getting, how many points is Douglas going to get? 8 to 12 points. Like, that's not going to do anything for you. Now, I understand that Demarcus Robinson could score you 3 points, but I'd almost rather take that risk in a game where you need points. Like, you can't win your championship just playing. Most scenarios, you're not going to win playing the safest bets ever. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs, and I'm going to go with Demarcus Robinson. Thank you for the super chat. Ralph, thank you for the super chat. DJ Moore, Zamir White. Again, this is the same question that we just kind of answered, and it's a tough question. Checo isn't playing. Did they just rule him out? They said he was going to play. So am I reading something wrong here? Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco cleared protocol. Isaiah Pacheco, both are, so Hilaire and Pacheco are playing, so they're both playing. Caps fan, you just juked my brain out. I think Libra the God, I think Tua could have 3 touchdowns, but I think if the Dolphins want to win this game, they should just run a million times. That's what, as a Dolphins fan, that's what I want them to do. I want them to run the ball gently down the stream a million times. And I hope that's how we win the game. But DJ Moore, Zamir White, again, I love both of these guys. I just went with Zamir White, so I'm going Zamir White again. I think Zamir White is slightly safer. I think that Zamir White is, without Josh Jacobs, is a lock to see a lot of touches. This is a Raiders team that wants to run the ball. This is a Raiders team that doesn't want to rely on Aiden O'Connell a bunch, so they got to run the ball. So that's mostly my reasoning there. I'd go with Zamir White. Nani says full PPR, Walker, Zeke, Godwin, Javonte, pick 2. That's a tough one. Godwin's a guy that a couple of weeks ago was basically dead to me, and then recently he's kind of made a bit of a come up, right? Now, he hasn't made so much of a come up to where he's like a must start. He's far from that, but he has made it to where I could personally stomach playing him, right? A couple of weeks ago, I would have told you there's no way in fuck you can play him. He's sitting a million targets, but he's not doing anything with it. Do not get cute. Do not play him. But now where we're sitting, I kind of feel a little bit more confident in him. So I'm going to go ahead and go, with all that said, though, Godwin's not the answer. And neither is Javonte. Javonte is like, the Broncos are dead. The Broncos are as dead as it gets. I get maybe without Mr. Unlimited, they get revived slightly. They have a slightly better outing this week. But again, I don't even believe that to necessarily be a guarantee. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with the guys that I trust, and that would be Zeke. I trust Zeke a lot against the Bills, and I trust Kenneth Walker, despite the matchup, to get a lot of carries to be good enough to be fine. One flex, Walker. So thank you for the super chat, Nadi. Again, it's Walker and Zeke. AJ, tough question here. Walker, Chandler, B-Rob, Chuba. Tough question because besides B-Rob, these are all guys that I kind of like this week. Now, the problem here is, are we really going to be playing Chandler over Walker, right? We're not, I guess Chuba's out of the equation too, even though I like Chuba. Are we really going to play Chandler over Walker, right? If you compare Walker versus Chandler, they're night and day in terms of talent, but Chandler has the way better matchup. So it puts an interesting wrinkle into things. I think my team, I'm playing Walker. I'm playing Walker. So let's go Walker. We're going Walker, AJ. Question below. Thank you, We Buy Homes. Near you. Thank you for the super chat. Standard. Tyreek Hill, Rashi Rice, Kyron Williams, ETN, Nico Collins. Bench, Barkley, Walker, Kamara, Pacheco, Higgins. Any changes? Oh, geez. Another question where you have your whole bench is this is a good team because the whole bench. Sorry, I keep fucking. I don't know what's wrong with my stomach right now, but I'll be fine. Sorry, I just keep pausing in the middle of talking. That's what I was trying to say. It's another one of these questions where essentially you want every single one of these players in your lineup, but you can't have all of them. What I'm doing is I'm taking ETN out and I'm putting in Kamara. The rest is correct. So we're sitting ETN, putting Kamara in, and I like the rest of the lineup. Again, it's another tough one. Another very tough one. But I'm benching ETN for Kamara. Again, this is another tough one though, because like you can argue for Pacheco over Collins, you can argue for Higgins over Collins. I think I'm gonna bench Collins for Pacheco. So we're gonna go Tyreek, Rice, Kyron, Kamara, Pacheco. There you go. Wyatt, Jag/Bears defense, Myers or Lockett at the flex. Jacoby Myers or Fairbairn at the kicker. Great question. Great question. So let's go. Let's go Jags versus Bears D. I don't really want to play the Jags defense. I also don't really want to play the Bears defense. Those are two tough asks. Jaguars. I guess I'd actually the Bears. I like the Bears defense this week. That was a lie. I just don't like. I just don't like how the Bears defense feels like they're not like they feel like they've taken a step back. But I would still lean with the Bears defense here over the Jags. And then Myers or Lockett at the flex. I'm going Lockett for sure. And then Myers or Fairbairn. I'd go Fairbairn. So Bears, Lockett, Fairbairn. Frank, maybe it just didn't send. No, it's okay, Caps fan. You don't need to feel bad. I thought, to be honest with you, Caps fan, I thought you're fucking with me because people have done that in the past. So don't feel bad. If someone told you that and they got it wrong, don't feel bad at all. If you're trying to mess with me, then it's a little bit different. But if you did it on accident, no harm, no foul, man. Trust me. There's a lot of shit that's said in this chat that's a little bit crazy. Frank, ask your question in chat and I'll answer it for you. I don't know why the fuck the super chat's all messed up. But don't feel bad, Caps fan. No one needs to feel bad. We come here on Sunday to have a fun time. No one needs to feel sad in any way. There's a lot of to be honest with you, there's a lot of bad information on the internet. Like if you aren't following the correct people, it's very easy to get hoodwinked by people on Twitter. It's very easy to get hoodwinked by fake Instagram pages, things like that. So don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. Pimpin' ain't easy. Demario Douglas or Noah Brown? Good question. I would have to go with Noah Brown again. I think playing Demario Douglas is just, again, I can't play these super safe players, dude. It's just not worth it. It's like, do we really need, like, how bad do you need 12, not 12 points? Like, how bad do you need 10 points, right? You don't need 10 points. You need to shoot for the moon. You need to shoot for a guy that might end up scoring 25 points, right? And that's what Noah Brown could do. Lockett or Gabe Davis, Eagles or Jags? Eagles for sure over Jags. And now I'm going Lockett over Gabe Davis. Both Lockett and Gabe Davis are basically the exact same player, except for Gabe Davis, when he has a bad game, will legitimately score you potentially 0 points. Like, his bad game is so bad that you might not even actually get any points, right? That's how bad Gabe Davis is bad is. Whereas Lockett, he'll at least get you 3 points. Again, 3 points might not help you in the long run, but it might be better than 0. And Gabe Davis is good for potentially 0. So I'd rather go with the guy when they both have high upside. They're both kind of YOLO plays. I'm going with the guy that's a little bit safer, and that's Lockett. And then we're going with the Eagles. Charles, question above, please, Nick. Thank you, Charles. Let me find the question. Let me find your question. Let the chat load real quick. I'm trying to find Charles' question. All right, the chat's loading. Let me go to the next question here. Miles says Cedric Wilson, Khalil Herbert, or Jeff Wilson Jr. Definitely go with Khalil Herbert, Miles. Khalil Herbert is roughly 9 gazillion times safer. So go with Khalil Herbert. Charles, I don't see your question. Can you leave it again? It's not in the chat because I have your name highlighted and all I see is your super chat. It says question above. So you might have sent it. I'm trying to find it and I don't. And I hit Control F to find it. If you type certain characters, sometimes it just blocks it out of the chat and I won't see it. I'm going Khalil Herbert for sure. Caps fan, thank you for the super chat, man. Leave your question in chat and I'll make sure to answer it unless you already did. Caps fan. Oh no, do you have a question, Caps fan? Make sure you leave in chat. Flex Chase if he plays or keep Mixon as my flex. I would definitely play Chase over Mixon. 100%. 100%. 100%. Chase over Mixon. I would play A-Chain over Aaron Jones time. Full PPR, 2 flexes, running backs, and 3-point. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing. Your team looks correct, except for I'm playing Rice over Adams. I would go. Yeah, I'm going Rice over Devontae Adams 100%. Rice over Devontae Adams 100%. So that looks correct. Besides Adams, so take Adams out and put Zamir White in. Oh, I was sending it to show my apology. I was sincere. I'm new. Don't want to be bad. No, you're not a bad apple, Caps fan. I appreciate you. You're not a bad apple. No one here is a bad apple. There are some people in here who have tried to troll me in the past, but again, they're not. I don't think they show up very often, but that's fine. And yeah, Caitlin, it is sad the season's coming to an end. It feels like the season just started. That's the worst part about fantasy football is the season just starts. You get all excited. It's like, oh my god, football's back. That's at least how I feel. That's how my brain feels, right? And then it's like, oh, now it's December. Oh fuck, now it's the fantasy championship, and oh, now the season's over, right? And it gets really sad. I like the off season, I like to relax, but it does suck. Colts or Bears? I don't trust the Raiders. That's fine. Play the Bears. Play the Bears. All right. Where were the other super chats I was missing? Looking for Charles. Let's look for Charles again. Charles, please send your question. I'm looking for it. Thank you again, Caps fan. I appreciate you. Pimpin' ain't easy. Algier, Meyer, Shakir, PPR, Slim Pickens. I would shoot for the upside of Jacoby Myers out of those guys. I don't really like any of those guys, if we're being honest with you, but I trust what's his name the most. I trust Jacoby Myers the most, so that's the guy I would go with. The one that I trust the most. So that's how we're going. We're going with Jacoby Myers. Oh, won't load. Sorry, it's all good. It's all good. Zamir White. One second, guys. We're just fixing it real quick. Bride. We got a mid 30, so it'll only take a second. Shake. I had to get my last DFS lineup in. All right. So yeah, we're going Jacoby Myers. Edward, thank you for the super chat. Let's go with Charles' question first. Fields or Mahomes? I'm going Fields. Schultz are likely. Schultz, A-Chain, Zamir, Pacheco, Zamir. Edward, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year. Really need your help. 10-man half PPR. Need a wide receiver 3. Reed or D-Hop. Reed. Running back 1, 2, and flex. Okay. Also start Kraft or Evan. Okay, Kraft, Eagles, Reed. I would start Bijan and Zeke. Reed, Bijan, Zeke, Kraft, and Eagles. Kiop, Zamir White, Higgins, Lockett, or Hopkins, McBride or Kittle. I'm going McBride, and I'm going Zamir White. Zamir White and McBride. All right, make sure you guys like the stream. That's a fact. Browns D really locked in for me. Yeah, Browns D played huge. The you know who didn't play huge? The fucking what was the other defense? The Jets defense. The Jets defense got fucking shellacked. The Jets defense shit the bed big time. So that was no bueno for anyone that played. Zach, thanks for the super chat. Javonte or Ty Chandler? I would go with Ty Chandler by a mile. I don't trust Javonte Williams at all. Thank you for the super chat, Zach. I really appreciate that. Happy New Year's, likely or Goddard, likely. Like the stream, that's a fact. Tyron, I like your team a lot. I give you a nice 9.2 out of 10. A-Chain or Bijan, I'd go Bijan. Good luck, guys. Yeah, good luck, everyone in chat. I appreciate you guys all. Too late. Sorry, Daniel. Trying to answer as many questions as possible. I'm starting Tyrod over 2. That's a little bit crazy, DJ Lobo. It's a little bit crazy. So thank you guys all for watching the stream. Really appreciate you guys. It was an awesome season this year. It's week 17. We will be back with some videos this week, and then we'll be live next Sunday, potentially next Thursday. Thank you guys. I love all you guys. Eat a W. Love you guys. Thank you guys for this season. It's been great. Oh, I'm sorry, Midnight. I'm really sorry. I love you guys, and I hope you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys on the flippity flop. Good boy.